Hello everybody, welcome back to TìandTarot, or welcome to TìandTarot if this is your first time here. So this reading today is all about something that you've been manifesting that is finally coming into your life. This could be something you've been hoping for or thinking about a lot, and because you're thinking about it a lot, it's kind of encouraging that manifestation. It could be something you're actively working towards that's helping to manifest this for you. So we'll be looking into what that is today, and we will also be checking out any relevant angel numbers concerning this manifestation. So we have 3 piles for you today. We have pile 1, 2, and 3. And today for our pick a pile reading, we have flowers on our piles. So I'll get into the first one with you now. So for pile 1, we have a yellow flower. For pile 2, we have a purple flower. And for pile 3, we have a pink purple bunny tail. Once you have selected your pile, there will be a timestamp in the description box below for you to find your reading more easily, and I will meet you there. Bye. Okay, hello my pile ones, welcome to your reading. So let's get straight into your cards. You chose this really cute yellow flower. So for your first card, you have the Queen of Autumn in reverse. For your second card, you have the Ace of Winter in reverse. You also have the Star card in reverse, and you also have the Eight of Swords in reverse as well. I hate when I'm just gonna come back to this reading when I've organised everything. Okay, I'm back and I've rearranged the cards because that would have bothered me a lot. And let's also take a look at some oracle cards as well for you, just so we can get any deeper messages here. So we're starting off with a crystal oracle card. Ooh. So you have Black Onyx. I gently release negative energy within and around me. And this has the number 1 on it, and it also has grounding, protecting, healing, shielding, confidence, strength, and the root chakra, as well as Capricorn and Leo. What I find interesting already, just a synchronicity, is that we've got the number 1 here, and I also started off the dice on number 1 as well. So that could be an important number for you, especially because we also have the ace as well. And for your second oracle card, it's that one. Okay, let's see. So this is your first card that hasn't been in reverse, and you've got the Enchanter, Deception and Trickery as well. Okay. Okay, so what I'm kind of seeing for you, part 1, and you might not want to hear this, but this is just what's coming through on the cards. Feel free to, if this doesn't resonate with you, you 100% do not have to accept it or take it or, believe it. Not at all. Like, this is just what the cards are saying, and these cards might not even be meant for you because this is a general reading going out to, everybody. So if this doesn't feel right for you, then feel free to pick another pile. But I'm seeing a manifestation of clear, positive energy. So I think previously you might have been not necessarily like happy with where you were at in terms of maybe your morals or maybe your way of thinking or maybe your behavior. There might be something toxic that you partake in, something you either do or say. Sorry, gotta let the cat in. Wow, she is in a really bad mood. So she's really proving with this little tail whip over here. She's telling me she's in a bad mood. But she wasn't allowed in the garden today. She's very upset. So this is conveying her behavior and her energy right now, is sending a message to you. She's kind of here to show you that you can participate. She's kind of here to show you that you can participate in bad behaviors and still be, a cute little being and still be lovable and amazing and cute. Yeah, she's kind of here to show you, like, her energy, Kit's energy of that kind of bad mood, bad temper. It's kind of conveying what these cards are sort of saying. So you might have sort of participated in some sort of like negative behavior or thought process, or maybe it's your morals or just something that you do that maybe hasn't been sitting right with you. Or maybe some people have actually addressed that it's a problem, or they've kind of called you out on it, and it's drawing attention to it in a way that's actually making you self-reflect. Potentially this bad behavior, if you've kind of been quite self-centered or selfish or a bit of a deceiver, maybe you lie a lot, maybe, it's something like that, a type of behavior like that. Maybe you've been doing that lately and it's actually resulted in you missing out on something. It's resulted in you missing out on some sort of opportunity. Maybe you've lost a friend over it, maybe it was a partner, maybe it was a job opportunity, but this sort of negativity has started to actually impact your life in a way that's making you realize there's a need for change. And because we do have the number 8 here, and I keep seeing the ones, so we've got the Ace of Winter, and then we've got the 1 over here, and then on top of that, the star keeps calling out to me as a 1 because it's 1 star, it's the star. So because we do have the number 8 and the number 1, this is sort of telling me that not only is more positive energy something you're manifesting, but this is what you're actively going after this. There's a lot of action involved here. You're taking accountability. That's kind of what you're manifesting. You're taking accountability for your behavior, your actions, your thought processes, anything that you do. You are realizing and recognizing that you're responsible for that, and you're taking direct action to change that. You're realizing that's something you have to do. It's all within your power. You're the enchanter. You can change this. And then with the ace and the 1s, this is saying it's setting you off to a brand new start because you're taking that active step to make those changes and be a better person, either in the way that you treat people or respond to things or something about your behavior. You're improving that and you're working on it. So because you're doing that, this is manifesting a brand new start for you. You're going to experience life and the world in a completely new way because of these changes. Finally, those opportunities you were closed off from are going to start opening again. Maybe, people from the past want to reach back out to you. Maybe it's brand new relationships and connections with people that are coming your way. Maybe it's brand new opportunities. It could be at work or anything else. But either way, because you are taking the initiative to change your behavior and improve yourself personally, this is very much to do with your mindset and your emotions and who you are fundamentally as a person. This is definitely about your personality. So because you're deciding to be a better person and work on yourself and work on that personality, your opportunities are just manifesting in for you. They're coming in for you now. So instead of having your sort of luck reversed, because with that sort of negative behavior and that negative trait of that kind of toxic energy, when that reverses, when you've cleared out that energy, only then will your luck change and you start to finally improve. You'll have like the elixir you needed to sort of propel you forward. So I see a lot of personal growth that's manifesting in other opportunities for you, and those opportunities can be to do with anything. That can also be relationship opportunities. It could be opportunities to continue to learn and grow and sort of gain that wisdom and insight. It could be opportunities in relationships. It could be opportunities to do with your career, anything like that. And I get the feeling that you don't necessarily know that there's anything wrong with your behavior. It's only the fact that people have just started to point it out, or you've actually faced some sort of consequence that it's kind of making you be like, am I doing something wrong? And so you're kind of, it's not even that you're in a place yet where you've recognized you've done something or you behave some type of way that isn't conductive to having positive relationships. It's just that somebody has pointed this out and you're kind of going away and doing the inner work, either through therapy or, similar things like that you are sort of changing as a person and growing. And with that growth comes brand new opportunities in your life. And those are open-ended opportunities. Literally anything could come in for you. There's a lot of looking away, because the star card is reversed, she's looking down, but if it was the other way, she'd be looking up. This lady is faced away completely, and this lady has a blindfold on in the cards. It's like you were turning a blind eye to certain behaviors or toxic habits that you have. It could even be a habit that is a little bit self-destructive that you're choosing to work on, because that could be holding you back. But you were turning sort of a blind eye to it, thinking that this is who you are, there's nothing you can do to change it, and this is who you'll be now. But you're finally deciding to recognize that you've got the power here. This person, despite the fact they're blindfolded and tied up, they have a sword that could easily help them out of this situation. You have everything you need to help you out of this situation, and finally you're going to start paying attention to what it is you need to do and what it is you're comfortable with and what you're not, in terms of who you are as a person, and kind of working through those shadows. Okay, so let's take a look at what your number is. I'm going to roll it off screen because I don't want to ruin the cards or the flowers. Okay. Interesting, you got the number 90. So let's take a look at what that means in my grimoire, because I do not remember angel numbers. So your angel number means relationships need more effort. Spend time together and bring back the love. See, that's really interesting, because when I was looking at this card, it mentioned releasing negative energy within yourself and around you. And it also mentioned root chakras, which always makes me think of relationships. And when it mentioned that you've lost out on some sort of opportunity because of this behavior, it's sort of indicating that that loss could have potentially been a person as well. I do feel like your toxic habit or toxic trait or this behavior you want to change about yourself could potentially have been the fact that maybe you neglected a relationship in your life, like a friendship or a partnership, and maybe that person walked away from you. So I feel like this is calling on you to remember and remind you, this number, whenever you see the number 90, is trying to remind you that relationships in your life sort of require give and take. So you do have to put something back in and not just solely take from a relationship, and to also remember that just like a relationship needs time to be nurtured and heal and grow, so do you. So it is really important that you take that personal me time, to grow and start anew, basically. So if you feel like, rushing this process, just remember that it's important for you to kind of grow as a person and figure out who you are before jumping into anything with anybody else. Okay, so that was your reading, part 1. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Goodbye. Hello my pile 2s, welcome to your reading, all about what you're manifesting. So let's get into your cards. Okay, firstly we have the 3 of Wands, and then we also have the 9 of Wands. Both of these are reversed. Then we also have the 5 of Spring, reversed as well. Just going to slide those over a little bit. And then we also have the 10 of Spring as well, but this one is upright. Okay, and now let's take a look at your oracle cards for today as well. Ooh, we have the King, control and reversal of fortune. Okay. And then for your second oracle card, let's also get a crystal card for you. So you have rhodochrosite, and we have my spirit grows as I treat myself and others with loving compassion. You also have the number 4, Aries, and we also have compassion, deep love, comfort, the heart chakra, and Leo and Scorpio as well. Okay, so what I'm kind of seeing that you're manifesting is that you're kind of working on trying to set better boundaries, and I can see you manifesting a better relationship, not only with your own relationship to responsibility and the burdens you place on yourself, but also you're working on the love that you sort of give to other people by standing up for yourself as well. You have a really hard time saying no. Also, I'd like to point out there are 4 wand cards here, despite the fact that we use 2 different decks. The springs are wand suits, and these are also wand suits. So wand energy all the way. There's so much creativity and growth that you are manifesting by being this way. So, on a personal level, you're sort of manifesting the ability to start saying no to people. You tend to take a lot of burdens upon yourself. You tend to give yourself a lot of responsibility for failures in relationships, things that go wrong. You put it all on yourself, for the workloads that you place on yourself at work and at home and within your relationships. You sort of blame yourself, put it all on yourself, when that's not true. And so you're very much manifesting loving yourself. You're gonna start to allow your own spirit to grow and recognize that not everything is your fault. And actually, in fact, the majority of the things that you've put on yourself shouldn't be there. The blame isn't there. And in setting more boundaries for yourself and finally saying, like, no, this is somebody else's job, not mine, and standing up for yourself and saying no to people more often, and, you know, finally letting yourself feel how you feel and express that. In doing those things and being a little bit more Aries by sort of standing up for yourself, saying no, and being like a better leader, you're manifesting a lot of love and happiness for yourself and others, because you're allowing yourself to grow. You're giving yourself the grace to sort of set boundaries, and you're also showing people, this is how you love me. So, you know, if you choose to go against that, you're not loving me. So I think definitely that's one of the things that you're manifesting. On top of that, because you're finally doing that, you're going to be freeing up a lot of time. So where usually you might have taken on a lot more responsibilities at work or even in your home or in your relationships, that takes up a lot of time. Like, that takes up a lot of energy as well. And so now you've kind of got this free time, this time that is just for you. It's, you know, it's me time. That's what it is. And with that sort of me time, you're learning to get more creative and finally delve into like hobbies and things that you otherwise hadn't really had the time or energy, mental capacity to kind of focus on. So you're growing creatively, especially, and that's leading you to feel a lot of fulfillment. It's bringing things to fruition. It's taking ideas and making them a reality for you. So things that you've been interested in can now sort of come to life, which is really lovely, because you're learning to sort of be more brave and courageous and stand up for yourself and set those boundaries. You finally have the space and time to focus on things that make you happy and make them a reality for you as well. So that could be like hobbies you're really interested in, or any sort of classes you wanted to pick up after work, any sort of activities. So if maybe you're into rock climbing or something, you know, you're finally able to do that now. On top of that, when you're setting these boundaries, you're kind of, there's a lot of instability around your life because you internalize a lot and take it all upon yourself. But now you're sort of changing the status quo and you're shaking things up a bit and you're causing change. And that's going to lead to renewal. That's going to lead to you sort of finding this brand new version of yourself. Literally the complete opposite. You're going to be finally sort of like completing that part of your life, closing that chapter of not, you know, setting those sort of intentions with people. You're finally going to get the respect you deserve because you're the one setting that standard. So if anyone crosses it, then you know, like, they're not for you, or they're not someone you really want to interact with. And so because you're doing that, because you're finally setting this standard of love for yourself, you're making sure the people around you are only people who can love you, and you're showing them exactly how to do it. If they can't listen to that, that's on them, and you can walk away, because you don't need them, because you've got all the love you need for yourself, and you've got people around you who know how to love you and respond to you appropriately. So I see lots of positiveness coming in for you as well. And you have a lot of, so you've got like a 10 and a 5, obviously 5s can go into 10s, and then you've got a 9 and a 3, and obviously 3s can go into 9s. So it's a lot of like jumping from here to here. Like all of a sudden, I don't think this is a long process. I think you're literally switching from like someone who internalizes things, doesn't set boundaries, doesn't stand up for themselves, doesn't take action, into someone who is taking action, who is standing up for themselves, who won't let anybody walk all over them, who's setting intentions and boundaries and respects themselves and loves everybody, including themselves, because that to love everybody, you have to love yourself. So this is definitely what you're manifesting. It's taking you into a leadership energy with the 4 and the King here. Because instead of letting people just constantly pile things on top of you until you can't take it anymore, you're delegating things. You're like, nope, that should be for you, this is for me, and I think that's reasonable. And then on top of that, you're saying no to things more often and standing up for yourself. So these are all leadership qualities, which is creating that sort of love and that positive energy around you. Okay, let's take a look at your angel number pertaining to this manifestation. I'm going to roll it off screen because I don't want to ruin the cards. Okay, you got 11. So let's take a look in my grimoire to find out what angel number 11 means. So you have follow your instincts and listen to your inner voice. This is all about, this whole reading, everything you're manifesting is about that, is following your instincts, listening to yourself, trusting that you know what's best for you, and you know when it's time to say no, and no one else can decide that for you. You know when enough is enough, and again, no one else can decide that for you. It's all about loving yourself in order to love everybody else around you. You have to first start with you. You can't just leave yourself behind. You know, you can't stay at stage 5 or 3 when you should, and you be at stage 9 and 10, and you have the capabilities to be at stage 9 and stage 10. So yeah, that's really positive. I'm happy for you, Paltus. So that is what you are manifesting. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and if you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye! Hello, my pile 3s. Welcome to your reading all about what you are manifesting. You chose this really cute pink and purple bunny tail, which I'm just going to place here for now. Ooh. And let's get into your cards. So, firstly, you have the Hermit in reverse. You also have the Two of Wands in reverse. You also have the Queen of Summer, and you also have the Seven of Winter as well. Okay, so let's get into your oracle cards now, starting with a crystal card. What is pile 3 manifesting? I can't tell if that's this one or this one. I think it's this one. So you have Ametrine. I am intuitive and protected. You have the number 4, Aries, leadership. You've got balancing, soothing, intuition. You have crown, solar plexus, and third eye. And you also have Libra. I'm loving this sort of purpley pink yellow energy that's just sort of been revealing itself in these cards. And let's take a look at another oracle card for you. The Enchanter, Deception and Trickery. Pile 1 had that as well, actually. Although I have a feeling, just based on the spread that we've got, that it's going to be a little bit of a different reading to Pile 1. So I wouldn't necessarily say go check out Pile 1 until I've figured out what this reading's about. Okay, I feel like you're manifesting quite a lot. I feel like you're manifesting a lot of knowledge, stability and structure. I think that's because that's what you're kind of seeking. So I think that you are doing a lot of self-reflection and inner work to try and figure out what your true path is. I feel like you've definitely achieved a lot and you should really like celebrate your successes. I think you're so eager to hop onto the next best thing and sort of keep going and keep proving yourself, but you've not even paused to slow down and, celebrate your achievements. So this is something you should definitely do. But I also see that you're kind of getting a change of heart. You're wondering if something you're doing is really what you want to do, or if there's a new path you want to go on. And you're kind of in this sort of hermit mode of where you're sort of on the fence and you're sort of wondering, like, should I just sort of completely go in a new direction and leave behind all the successes that I have achieved in this current field or this current place that I'm doing something, or should I just stay on it because I'm successful at it already? And you're kind of wondering, like, will that work out for you? Will it not? Is that what's right for you? What is your true purpose? What's your true calling? And I think you're doing so much self-reflection that you're almost confusing yourself and keeping yourself in this state of like not moving and not taking action. So because of that, because you're kind of doing all this self-reflection, and self-reflection's really good as well. So, and the answer to your question is definitely in that self-reflection. Like, it's definitely in your intuition, it's within you. But I think you're so worried about it that you're kind of psyching yourself out about it. And really it's not that deep. That's what the cards are saying, basically. It's not that serious. You can try both. You can do both. You can, try this out for a little bit. Try out this new idea that you have or this new thing that you want to do. And then if you don't like it, you can always go back to what it was you were doing before. Or you can try and do both at the same time by reducing the amount of time you spend on the first thing and investing a little bit of that into the second thing. So, for example, if you're like, I really like this job or I'm really successful in it, but I want to kind of try this career, but I don't have, the degree for it or the skills or whatever, you could take a night class or an online class and sort of spread your attention on these sort of two things and reduce in areas where you need to, so that you can sort of explore both options at the same time without completely giving up on the other one. So I definitely see that you are manifesting the correct path for you. Like, you're manifesting the candle that's going to lead you into the light out of this dark spot where you don't really know what to do. You're definitely manifesting the answer in this self-reflection that you're doing. You're manifesting it and it will reveal itself to you, and you'll find like really good balance in this thing that you want to invest your time in, and other things that you also want to invest your time in. You'll find that sort of sweet spot. You'll be able to sort of balance it out so that you can do all the things you want to do that you enjoy. So I see a lot of progress for you as well. I see you manifesting exactly what it is you want. You're finally manifesting that fearlessness to sort of go after what it is you want, regardless of the fact that, change is scary. So I see you taking charge a lot more, being a bit more active towards what it is you want and being your own leader, taking control and being, that kind of regal leader, that regal energy. You've got like Queen energy plus the number 4. In pole 2, we also had King energy and the number 4. So, it's much of the same thing. I think if you were drawn to pole 2, you could check that one out as well. But it's that energy of, it's that switch of changing from something passive, changing from somebody who's being passive about what it is they want and not really knowing where to go from here. And then all of a sudden this spark comes to you, this idea comes to you, and finally this spark comes to you, this idea comes to you, and finally you realize what it is you want to do, switching energy, and suddenly you just become this person who knows exactly what they want and knows how to go after it and how to lead in order to achieve and balance out everything that they want in their life. So I see you kind of being unafraid, manifesting that fearlessness to go after what it is you want. Okay, so let's check out your angel number regarding this manifestation. I'm going to roll it off screen. So we've got 64. So let's check out what that number is. I feel like that's a bit of a random number. So you have embraced positivity. The right frame of mind will make tomorrow a good day. 100%. I think you're kind of like psyching yourself out a little bit by being so self-reflective and worrying so much about this situation, when, you know, I think just a positive spin on it could maybe release some of those worries and open up that sort of mental block that you've got at the minute to kind of help you, like, help lead you down the right path. Also, I noticed with, obviously we have the Two of Wands over here, that with the number 2 there's like an essence of partnerships. So you could definitely be manifesting in a partner because of this change. So it could be that you choose to stay where you are and not change things, or it could be that you're choosing to change it. But I see you manifesting that fearlessness to be able to make that choice. And whatever choice you make, it may also open up an avenue to a partnership. So it could be like a business partnership, but also a romantic one as well. That partnership is interlocked with creativity. It's because of some sort of creative pursuit that you go after. Okay, so that was your reading, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye.